Good morning, everyone. So, I wanted to come in and talk to you guys about the importance of your nutrients and how it is vital to your health to actually add greens in as your base. You want to make sure that you're adding greens into every single meal that you may have, or at least having a vegetable with every single meal, because it is important for the body to rejuvenate itself and revitalize itself and to heal itself. And it's possible if you are doing the key things, which is feeding your body more nutrients as the day progresses, as your morning progresses, as your afternoon progresses, as your evening progresses, or your evening is coming to an end. You want to feed your body more nutrients. So in the morning, how I prepare my meal, and I do this throughout the day, is I'm adding greens. Now these are my collards, and some people, they don't understand that your nutrients comes from you eating the green itself, because it has to be as raw as possible for your body to actually soak in as many nutrients as possible. And I love eating my vegetables as raw or as close to the earth as possible as I humanly can, because it is the grain of my health. So I have my collard, and I just got this from my local supermarket, and they have them all there. But normally what happens is we tend to eat collards as soaked out nutrients from day one. And we don't understand that the vine that the collards are growing from is the stem, it's the root of your health. And when that happens, is you need to eat as close to it as possible to help you live a healthy, journeyful life. So these are my collards, and what I'm not going to do with these is I'm going to saute these collards for a good maybe 5 minutes, and that's just making that it just giving me a little bit of warmth. I want warmth with it. I also want it to be chewable, so I'm able to chew it, and I'm able to get all of those good grains and nutrients into my body, and I'm also able to have my stomach, my gut digest as much as possible. So that's another thing with the collards, along with the kales. So I have my collards and I have my kales together. And what I'm going to do this morning is I'm going to saute both of these vegetables to give me more of a boost. So these are your superfoods. So when you hear me speaking of superfoods, these are the superfoods that I'm speaking of. I'm speaking of more kales, more collards, more mustards, more greens, because those are your superfoods. Those are where your main nutrients lie. And when you add in everything else, it tends to help the body. It tends to help the body stimulate, and it tends to help the body do what it needs to do, which is to produce health for you to live a sustainable life. And you can't do that when you're not feeding your body the nutrients that it needs. Along with that, I also have here my garlic. I'm also brewing me a pot of coffee, which is decaf coffee. I don't drink a lot of caffeine because I don't like the way it makes my body feel. I just like regular coffee. I like the taste of the coffee, but I don't want all the jitter that comes with the coffee. So I prefer decaf, and I normally just have Folgers. Nothing spectacular, nothing big, just Folgers, classic decaf, and then I just have that. And I utilize that, and that's what I'm having this morning along with the breakfast that I'm going to make myself. Now here I have my garlic, and these are enclosed. These are the fresh. You can get the garlic that is in a jar and it's already minced, I believe. But I like them when it's like this because I'm able to take a piece off and I'm able to cut it and chop it and get the nutrients from it as close as possible. It helps with keeping your stomach at a low tone. It helps with balancing out your blood nutrients. It helps with so many things that I add garlic into a lot of things. So what I'm going to do this morning is I'm going to saute some garlic. I'm going to chop up this garlic clove here, and I'm going to remove all of the life of it, not the life of it, but I'm going to remove the peelings of it, the skin of it. I'm going to take that off, and then I'm going to, these are, I think it's like 4 of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 here, and I'm going to chop those up, and I'm going to saute that in my pan, and then I'm going to chop these up And then I'm going to chop this up, and I'm going to saute that in the pan. With my meat, I do want to have some type of meat with this breakfast, but it's not a real meat. And this is my Morning Star. It's bacon strips, a veggie breakfast bacon strips. And I just make it just like I would if I would make bacon. I just put it in my pan with a little 1 teaspoon of water, and I let that thing just get a little crisp on one side, and then I do the other side, 1 teaspoon of water, and then I let the other side get crisp, and I eat that with my food. I'm trying to be more health conscious this year of the meats that I'm incorporating in my body. And a lot of people love meats, and that's perfectly fine for them and how they want to incorporate that in their living. But I myself, I am trying to cut down on the meats. So my meat go-to is normally chicken. I love chicken. But I'm also trying to incorporate not having sausages and those things like that. But Morningstar has a lot of different options, and you can utilize those. When I don't feel like making my own personal bean burger, they have a bean burger, not as good as mine because you can add in so many other things. And I do have that recipe at the diva-fitness blog post. So diva-fitness.blog post. You can look at that and get those recipes there. But this is what I'm going to do with my breakfast. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys understood the importance of having the nutrients at the beginning of your day, which will help you start revitalizing and rejuvenating your system, your organs to get to going. Also, you want to make sure that you're drinking plenty of water throughout your day. So the kales are the same way, and a lot of people, they muster these things down by putting them in a pot, and they put neck bones with them, and by the time you're finished boiling that pot of greens, all of your nutrients are gone. You're just eating for the fun of it. You're eating for the taste, and you're not even eating for the nutrients. So that's what I want my viewers and my listeners to understand, is that you want to eat for the nutrients, also with the taste, but you definitely want to make sure that you're having the nutrients there when you're eating your food. So this morning, I'm going to have me some garlic. I'm going to saute this. I'm going to have my kale. I'm going to have my collards. I'm going to go ahead and chop those up. I'm going to have this as my meat of choice, which is non-meat, which is my veggie bacon. I'm going to have that. And then I'm going to have me 2 eggs. I'm going to have me some what's it called? I'm going to have 2 eggs, and then I'm going to have some salsa on top. So it's like my breakfast of choice. That is my breakfast of choice, and that's the breakfast that I go to. Later on in the day, I'll do a video on overcoming your struggles with me eating breakfast, because a lot of people don't like to eat breakfast. But I'm going to do a video later on in reference to overcoming breakfast. So this is Coach Yolanda. Happy Sunday, and I want you guys to think about what it is that you're eating and making sure that you're getting the life of your nutrients by eating as fresh as possible and not killing the nutrients in the plants that you're eating, because when you're eating from the earth, you want to make sure that your vegetables are as close to the earth as possible and that you're eating from the earth as much as possible. All right, I'll see you guys in another video, and enjoy the day. Enjoy your breakfast. Don't overthink the complicated situation, because it's not complicated, but some people like to complicate it. Just think about how you can incorporate more vegetables in your day. How can you add more greens in your day? And if it's you buying a can of something and putting it on the stove and warming that can of green beans up, or the can of sweet potatoes up, whatever it is, just incorporate it, but you don't want to add in things that have no nutritional value for your health. I will talk to you guys in the next video. And again, have a great Sunday.